February the 1st, 2016. Howdy folks. Here's a little update here. It's a butter crunch head lettuce there. I just pulled that one out of the lettuce beds. I'm going to eat this one tonight, so we'll set it down over here. Talk about, you can see it was real nice sizing. This is what I got going. Getting ready for some updates in here for the spring season coming. Of course, I'll keep some lettuce going, but with the heat that'll probably get up in here, I don't know how well it'll do, but I will try it. I should be able to ventilate it pretty well. My front window here, I am going to have a box fan on a little thermostat switch mounted with a cord going across the top so the door can open. Have a box fan in this window pulling with both of these open, so we should be able to pull the air through it and keep it fairly cool enough for stuff to grow. But here in the middle, I'm going to see if I can do it. I'm going to hook me up with coconut media and grow bags, have a tank under this table with dripper lines, have me 3 either bush big boys or bush beefsteaks. Those are about 2 to 3 foot plants. They're designed to be short and stocky. So I'm going to see if I can try that right down this middle row, tie them off to the center line. Again, you can see my lettuce. Here's a pepper. This is a Cubanelle that I cut way back. Grew like crazy in the summer. Got real tall, you know, up this high. Cut it way back, and it's been flowering in here. You can see it's got some peppers coming in on it. Little pods starting to bust everywhere. It's doing pretty well for seeing 15 and 20 and 21 and 17 degree nights. I've been running a little heater in here. When it's 20, it pretty much runs all the time. Keep it in where I set it, 40. 32 degrees, I can set it on 40 and it will cycle with that fan blowing on it. Keep it warm in here. The lowest it's been to in here this winter is 36, I think. So it's been able to do the job. I took some extra plastic and I just, you know, hung it up in the back walls, just trying to block the north side there, pushing cold air into the house, letting it out. Here's my beans. They flowered well. I think it's a pollination issue and just a got too many in the pot with celery. I mean, it was just an experiment. They flowered pretty well. I mean, you can see down in there all the flowers that they've had. But I'm running about 500 parts per million with master blend. You know, maybe I need to up it. I don't know. I'm not worried about it anyways. To grow all the beans I need come spring. And these peppers still going, herbs, spinach, stuff down in there. Now here's my tomatoes, and these were volunteers, and I didn't know what they were, and it's kind of like, do I really want to keep them? But I think here, I think these are this is a cherry, if I'm not mistaken. This is a super sweet 100 that got, you know, volunteered from the cluster structure, the way it's putting them out, and the amount of suckers it wants to make leads me to believe it's a indeterminate. These are cherries, I believe. Now these guys here, I don't know what they are, but like I said, it's been rather cold and they're making flowering well, and got little tomatoes on them here and there. And my lettuce rail here that I've pulled a lot of stuff out of, I'm getting ready. The 8th of this month, there's suppliers sending me 25 early glow June bearing strawberries, and then I've got 25 day neutral ever bearing Monterey's, and probably gonna do majority of the Monterey's in the rail here. I will have this table with a long box planter with coconut. Probably gonna run a drip line from the tank that'll be under this table for the tomatoes and try to do me a little strawberries here. Thought about tying a rail system into this corner and let it drip in here, but the first thing I'm going to try is I'm going to mount another one this size right beside this, about 12 inches away here, and I'm going to put an L bracket to this hip board and screw like a piece of 1x something like that down there on the floor, you know, trim piece, and it'll come across and attach to a 2x4 that's been notched to sit up under it in a V, and then it'll just sit in there, and then I'll run a piece of like conduit strapping over the top of the 2x4 and over the pipe. That way it's never going to fall, come off the wall, be tied into the hip board, and then I'll stagger it where, you know, the next cups will be there foot apart. This might be too close for strawberries, but those early, or the Monterey's, they grow pretty close together. They are carpet, you know, kind of form a carpet growing, what I've been reading about them. So, and plus hydroponics overcomes a lot of spacing issues and water quality issues and sunlight issues. You can get a lot of stuff overcome or combat it with hydroponics. But when summer comes, I mean, it's February the 1st, so I mean, I'm getting plenty of good sun in here right now, and the sun's over in front of the house out there, so it gets over here to the western side and gets me plenty right now. But once summer comes, I should be getting 7 full hours now that I've dropped some eastern facing trees. It'll catch morning too. So I'm gonna have another rail standing here, tied in, put me a T there, make it like a manifold for it to drop in, run it off that tank. And then these strawberries will be gone, and I'll probably put planters down here with a drip line for the soil strawberries, and then some I'll put outside and see how they'll do. But I want to keep the birds out of them. Anything I've ever tried to grow here, the birds can't keep their beaks out of them before I can eat them. So I'll have these tomatoes gone. These will probably go over to a buddy's garden. I'll probably clone these cherries and stick them in the Dutch buckets on the deck. I'm going to double the number I had last year. I'll probably have about 8 out there, and then try a couple peppers too, hydroponically. But that's about where I'm at. I've just been eating lettuce, eating greens, and these giant red mustard greens. I wish I'd have planted some of these sooner again. The 2 plantings I had of them are excellent when cooked. Cook them with a little bacon in there. Dynamite. These are mesclun mix. This is a romaine here. I've got these from Pike Nurseries, I believe. It's called a Little Gem romaine. It's a ruby romaine. Those are butter crunch head lettuce. Like I said, the mustard. And these are ruby red or red leaf lettuce. I can't remember what they called them. It's a leaf lettuce. And Swiss chard. So I got all that going, got my herbs still going, been cutting those back, eating a lot of cilantro. So we'll see how it goes. I hope I have room in here, or at least I think I could get away with 3 of these bush style, you know, bred specifically to remain compact and short. I mean, people are saying they don't see more than 2 or 3 feet out of them, so that ought to be perfect. I'll keep the width maintained with pruning them, so I can get down each side of the row to the lettuce and strawberries. It'll be packed out in here. It'll be growing a lot, hopefully, if I can keep it ventilated. And then I'll have, of course, all my squash and beans in the garden out here, and all my hydroponics along the deck. So it's going to be a busy spring, and I'm hoping it'll turn out all right. But this is just a little update for my February greenhouse, February 1st. Tomatoes in flower, lettuce, peppers in flower. It's been a pretty good experience so far. I've never grown in the winter in a greenhouse, so I cannot complain. Thanks for watching.